85. So we can do the same thing again. So we change the filtering parameter to 85, do the same thing, a little slower. Now we have 780, right? So we said we're lumping in sequences that are a little bit more different from each other, we get fewer, right? And so these are sort of the lessons I gave this morning, the conceptual lesson. This is how you do that in practice. It's really very simple. It can take a long time on some computers, but that's okay. Any questions about this? Again, sorry you can't do it. I'm going to try to see if I can get it working on your computers. Okay? Okay, so I'll just show then briefly Chimera screening as well. Bold is still kind of off and on, I'm not sure. Okay, so we're going to look at this file. 300 sequences with some chimeras. Oh, check that wrong. So this looks like this. Okay? There are a bunch of sequences. Some of these are chimeras, some of them are not. We want to check. Again, it's very easy. The parameters in here are a little more complicated. The important one is, I think, probably min div, which tells you the minimum difference between your two parent sequences you want to check. But this is to check all those trios of the parents and the query files. Check, 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 see what's going on. So you can just run this. Runs, very simple, just like before. And it tells you here 21 chimeras and then 199 non-chimeras, right? So that's how we just did all those little pairwise triads. Check, 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 check. And then what we do is we can look at the file we made. And so these are the ones that it said were the chimeras. So we sort of could say, okay, these are the chimeras, and then we can remove those from our other data set. Okay? So that's the basics of metabar coding, bioinformatics. Then you sort of stitch these together as parts of different pipelines. I'm going to see if I can get some things working on these computers so that you can do these exercises yourself. But it's really challenging on Windows. You get to use some modifications. So, yeah. Sorry that you can't do it yourself, but that is how it goes. So, and also the sequence alignment is not working, so we won't be able to do that. But we'll do bold connect R. So, now what we'll do is we'll do some work in R that's using the bold connect R package to download data. It's pretty straightforward. What we'll do is just explore the basic functions of bold connect R. But then, because some of the packages I was using for sequence alignment are not working on these computers, we'll probably just have to skip that part. But I'll see if I can figure out a way to do it. You don't have to type this out. This is already in the code I gave you. But bold connect R requires what's called an API key. I think that stands for like automatic programming interface or something. That's basically like a little code that grants you access to the bold database, so you can download the files. If you don't have one of these, you can't use bold connect R. But if you have a bold account, everyone gets one if you've uploaded enough sequences. I went through, so if you're on a computer with a blue sticker, this should work. If you're on a computer without a blue sticker, this probably won't work. So get to a computer with a bold sticker or work with some of them. It won't work for you, but it will work for anybody. Okay? And so I downloaded on all these computers and installed Bold Connect R. And so what we'll do in this class is download the data that Robin and I generated in Peru. So again, this is us at Los Amigos. It's me, that's Paul, that's Robin, these are some other people. And yeah, these are the specimens we sequenced. And we already showed you this, but some of these are new species. Okay, so what we're going to do is use Bold Connect R to download the data from this project directly from Bold. The thing I like about this is, as we've seen, sometimes Bold can be a little slow if you try to go on the website, but Bold Connect R is typically very fast. So in R, open the script R for Bold Connect R.
I cannot see this.
Oh, yeah.
And then here. Thanks, Robin.
Okay, too small. So you want to do this for Bold Connect R, okay? And then, should work on all your computers unless something changed overnight. Library Bold Connect R should work when you run that. For good measure, make sure you still have library tidy first. Okay, so now you need to load the Bold API key into your computer. So I've already typed this out, I copied it. So you run this Bold API key command, okay? And that just stores it in your memory. Okay, so the main and most important function in Bold Connect R is called Bold Fetch. That means you go to Bold and you download data from there. So our project is called LAPER. What do we call it that? Do you remember?
Los Amigos, Peru.
Los Amigos, Peru. I would never have figured that out, to be honest. It would have taken me a year. So run this. Let's download the data, okay? So run this. Uh-oh. Could not resolve. This has never happened before. Is Bold down?
No, you're on the laptop, aren't you?
Oh. I don't have internet. Does this work for you guys though? Hmm? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have internet. I forgot. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, okay. Let me switch. Yeah,
But you're gonna need R.
I got it. Yeah, I should. It did install. Just gonna switch the display. Forgot I didn't have internet on my laptop.
No lo sé, a ver. Porque él dijo que no.
Lo siento.
Tienen scripts, ¿no?
Does that work for everybody? You download the data? Some yes, some no? I did this yesterday on this computer too, so. Make it bigger.
Ah, está ahí.
Use the plus. Okay.
It took the longest time to figure out how to do that. So
I know. Okay, so we get the Bold API key, we download the data. Okay, initiating download, downloading in a single batch. If it's a really big data set, it'll go 1 of 2, 1 of 3, 1 of 4, 2 of whatever, Okay. So then if you look at it, let's go head, here, head. I'll see why it didn't work for some of you. You should see here. All the data. Bit of a mess. So it didn't work for you?
Me
So
sale
maybe
ahora.
you can help?
Me sale ahora. Cuando quiero
could you run
aplicarla,
that?
cuando quiero aplicarla,
Yeah, run the next. Run the API, you have to run the API key. Yeah, yeah. And then run. Again. You can just keep running. Yeah. Okay.
¿en cuál?
So we can look at the data here. Okay, so here's what the data looks like. You can see it's kind of complicated. Process ID is the bold ID, record ID. You can see here specimen ID. It's got lots of information, lots of rows. Pretty cool. You can see the collectors. Me and Paul, for some reason, I don't know why Robin is not on here, even though he collected poor Robin.
Mostly I was doing
Yeah, and so these data we generated with ontology, which was cool. Okay, so what I want you all to do, bit of a refresher from yesterday. Let's try to filter the data to just be from the first plate. A hint there, okay, is where's my console? The first plate starts like this. The sample ID starts with ONP2501. Okay? So ONP2501. Okay, so what I want you to do is make a new data set. That's called, maybe, you can make whatever name you want. Just remember, you have to just keep track of it. LAPER, maybe P1 for plate 1, is, I can do it the proper way. LAPER, then we'll pipe. Then we'll filter, like yesterday, okay? Then, what's the sample? It's just called sample ID. Okay, then, this is what you have to figure out. So you want to filter, you can use ChatGPT, this is an example of thing you want to do, you don't know how to do it, so let's figure it out. Sample ID, you want to keep the ones that start with, hint, there might be a function called starts with as well, maybe look at that. Starts with those letters. ONP25-01, okay? So use filter to keep the sample ID. You can do equal, something like this, yeah. So see what you can do. Do some Googling, typical exercises. You don't know how to do it, Google, see if you can figure it out. Okay, so everyone, can you do the amarillo, if you don't mind? Put the yellow sticker and then green one you get it. It'll take an hour and a half for lunch, I think.
Data.
The sequencing of is not previous, 160 weeks, so
La flecha, láser y pone los.
Okay.
I suspect it's just quite and the small one's good.
Yeah,
Really fast.
Have you probably haven't had a chance yet to do the
Equal.
data?
Tienes
So
que
I'll do
ponerle
that maybe. We'll see how
código, me
it goes
parece,
with
el
the
OMP.
class, but your labs of how much I needed, but if I'm not needed, I can do it. If I am needed, then I won't, but we can do it Thursday.
Y una maldición. ¿Cómo? Para poder mirar fibra. y te verifica para poder mirar bien aquí. A pasar citas patrias.
Comillas, creo que es.
¿Conmigo? Ah. No, es guión, es guión. Es guión A1, A01. A01.
No, pero todos. No.
De repente la primera promoción. Y
Remember.
Quiere que filtremos.
solamente cero uno 10
¿Pero dónde quiere eso?
You don't need to do it this way. Lots of ways to
ahí
do
vive
it.
el especie, ahí vive el especie. ¿Dónde está? Santa la Iglesia.
Pero solamente le pongo un nombre de todo.
Anybody have it? One guy? One guy? Yeah.
Pero dice,
I think
dice filtra
Probably the
para
most
sobre la
important
placa
skill a
1.
computer programmer can have right now is knowing how to Google. So, this is a Google exercise
Fuera de la placa 1.
to do barcoding.
¿Y cómo está acá? ¿Cómo viene de cuál es la
01 nada más. Pues.
Y lo dejo libre para
Sí,
que solamente.
ajá, 01.
You Google?
Ah, ya, sí.
Claro, porque los otros son los
Cero,
pocillos.
guión.
Ujú. A ver, ¿cómo? Corrió.
Sí,
Ujú.
Well,
¿Qué pasó?
you got it? So, because none of them are exactly the same as that, right? You start with
está
they're not exactly the same. Yeah.
No, imposible.
Did you get it?
No, uno. Tú. Corre. No, ahí en la misma
This
tabla.
works here? Yeah, good, okay.
No, no.
Okay, so
puedes
you're moving,
subir
you're trying to be more
¿No?
advanced, okay.
Confía. Disponible. Algo más. Bueno.
How's it going? Okay, so this won't work because what this is saying is sample ID is exactly
Por lo menos hubiera reconocido uno, ¿no?
but there's no samples that are exactly that. So you need to use contains that string or starts with that. But you can use Google to figure it
Espera
out.
un ratito.
Es el original.
Sí, pues.
Okay, so that's not working because you don't have sample IDs that are the same as that. It has to start with that. Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you how I did it and then help you understand the logic, okay? So, they call it underscore C1.
P1.
Where is the less than?
Este,
No, pero
este.
es el nombre igual.
No. Okay. Okay.
Ya está bien.
Okay.
Filter.
So
Okay.
let's review.
Filter. Ahí.
Maybe the quotes. Why won't this work? Or sample ID.
Sample ID.
So it's okay.
Entre
So
comillas.
why won't this doesn't work? Okay. Well, it works, but gets rid of everything.
Pero no le pones el nombre.
0 rows. So why doesn't this work? Why doesn't this give me the what I want? Not a complete match, right? Someone said? Yeah. So there are no sample IDs that are exactly that. ONP2501, right? They all have other things on the end. Okay? So that's not good. So that reason it doesn't work is that is false for every row. Okay? That's false for every row. We're looking to keep the true. So the way you can do this is you need to look for basically a partial match or similar. There's lots of ways to do it. The way I did it is str starts, okay? Then
Como allá.
then
Ya, pero.
see? Now this works, right? So the logic, the reason this works in logic, right, is because we're not searching for a match of the complete thing. We're saying, give me the ones where sample ID starts with those letters, okay? So when you're filtering, there's lots of ways to do what you need to do, but you can always look for partial matches. You can look for matches in the middle, matches in the end, matches anywhere.
Debería haber comentarios ahí, ¿sabes?
Okay,
Ah, bueno, mala, no se controla.
so let's say we wanted to use the bolt connector. This is a big project. We don't want to download all 10 plates to start. We want to download just the first plate. Okay, so I'll give you a hint, and then so here's what you'll need to do. You need to explore, hold, fetch, see if you can find some help, which pops up this. And then what you want to do is get a vector of plate 1 process IDs, which is LAPERP1. So, if you want to extract a single column from a data frame, you can use what's called a dollar sign. So what this does is it gives you a vector of the process IDs from just the first plate, looks like this. Okay? So, use bold connect R, call it LAPERP1, say direct, if you want. Let's download that from bold using bold fetch. But here's a hint. We're not going to use project codes. We're going to use the process IDs. So this will have to change, and this will have to change. Okay? So we're going to need to figure out, we want to make bold fetch know we're looking for process IDs. And this might be something you do for your final project. So it's important. And the identifiers are not a project code, but they are those process IDs we just made. Okay? So see if you can complete this to download just the plate 1 process IDs from bold. We're not going to have time to do alignment, so I might just
Corrígelo primero.
I'll have to do it at home while maybe a little exercise to figure out
Pero aquí es completar, ¿no?
the most abundant bit. How many times you found it?
So we'll continue to one.
Put it in place. And then we'll pick up at 2:30. That gives you enough time? Yep. Until maybe, 4:30, come back here, finish the thing. I want a little time to just kind of review some stuff and, So you need to check what are the options in bold.fetch. That's what the question mark is. So if you want to just get them by the process IDs, what do you have to type in? Right? So get by equals something identifiers equals something else.
No, es con una comilla. La primera. Y el otro no.
If you take a bit of a shorter lunch than this
¿Qué
student,
estás creando ahorita? ¿El portrait?
you can.
No, no
Tell me
entiendo.
what it is that you want to talk you through.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Porque dice el ejercicio, use bold fetch para lograr una placa proceso de...
Can everyone put take a green or yellow off when you have it, or sorry, right now, and put a green on when you have it.
Hay que poner amarillo. No, se le explica. No, pero no es con something. O sea, tenemos que, seguro, o sea, aquí dice usar el bold fetch para procesar una planta al de bold. Pero ahí, goodbye. Ajá, project codes. A ver.
Okay, give you a couple more minutes to try.
La perspectiva. A ver, vamos. Claro, de lo que nomás has filtrado, de lo que nomás has filtrado.
Ah, de lo que es filtrar.
Claro, pues sería la 1. Sí,
Mejor entre comillas, creo.
a ver. Ujú.
No,
¿No?
el de arriba creo que también va a tener.
La descarga salió ahí.
¿Cómo será este?
So here, so one of these is still
O acá será.
you copy ahead.
No. dice el parámetro usado para hacer
I'll
data
watch it.
processing sample IDs.
Okay, I'll walk through how you solve this and what it does. So, you need to understand what the bold fetch command will accept and get by, okay? So you check you do this a lot, check the question mark, check the package documentation, bold fetch. You look for the argument you want, which is get by. You see here, okay, here's the options. Process ID, sample ID, bin, dataset codes, project codes. So we know we need this, process ID, okay?
Process ID.
Okay, then identifiers, a vector or data frame pointing to the get by parameter specified. So we want to get these process IDs. That's the vector, okay? So copy that in there. So what this is doing, so before we downloaded get by project code, project name, just the one thing, LAPER. Now, get by process IDs, and we download the specific ones, okay? So, run, single batch, and we see, let's just check in row. Great, so we just downloaded the first plate, okay? So, like a lot of other functions, bold fetch, you adapt it to suit what you want to do. Okay. Before lunch, we'll have one little challenge, recapping some of what we did yesterday and today. So, you're going to use the original LAPER data. So not the plate with the whole thing. So LAPER, what do we call it? Just data. Is it capital D? Data. This? All right. Yeah. So use that. You remember yesterday we talked a lot about bins, which are the species proxy. Okay? So each row in the data set has a bin name in the column. It's called this, BINURI. Those look like something like this. Bold, and it's like A0001. So, what I want you to try to do before lunch, find the most common, which bin, so which species we found the most of, okay? Simple. So which bin was found the most, and how many times? So you'll need to use at least group by and summarize from yesterday. Okay? So we want to know which bin we found the most, how many times. Okay? You can work in groups, you can work together. See if you can figure it out. Okay? Go back to yesterday's code, go back to the code from number 2, script number 2, that's where we did group by, that's where we did summarize. So everybody, can you put the yellow? Then you get it, put it green. Is that clear, Corrado? Good? Yeah?
Hay que avanzarlo ahora.
And the answer is not NA, okay? The answer is not NA, so we have to get the real bit.
Ahora. Sí, ahora. ¿Qué